Welcome back to the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast. This is the RCWA One Fall for You preview show. RCWA bringing an exciting array of action this coming Saturday to the Harris Academy over in Raynham. The shows over there are always fun and exciting with some of the top names in the independent wrestling scene, including a tag match on this particular show that could very well end up being a match of the year in Brit Rest. More on that in a minute. But first things first, if you haven't got your tickets for Saturday, please phone up the ticket box office line on 07454985787 and get yourselves down to the Harris Academy in Raynham on Saturday for what is going to be a tremendous night of wrestling. But for us, we're going to preview some of the matches or all of the matches right now, beginning with a match that's going to pit two fast rising stars, actually a former Elite One champion in RCWA, Harry the Big Mac McDonald, and he's going one on one with Callum Beck. Now, for those of you that know, Harry McDonald is a very arrogant young man, and he can back up his arrogance. That is for sure. He's been on the scene for quite a while now, and he's constantly improving. Like I said, he did lose his Elite One championship in a ladder match last year to the then champion, Tommy Lawrence, who subsequently lost it to Mike Bird. More on that in a minute. But now, coming into RCWA, I think maybe for the first time, I'm not entirely sure, Callum Beck was the man to step up to take on Harry Hot Dog. He doesn't like to be called Hot Dog or Big Mac himself. It should be a really exciting match. Both of these guys, I say they're young, they're talented, they're hungry, they're very, very good in the ring as well. So when you put them two together, it should really be an awesome, awesome match for RCWA. There's quite a lot of these awesome matches on the card, but who will prevail this coming Saturday? The only way to do that is to contact that box office and get yourself down there and watch the action unfold. Interestingly enough, another match on the show that is I'm calling it David versus Goliath in this. It is Paul Robinson, the last sword of Essex, against Tom Merson. Tall Tom, for those of you that will know Tom, he's been kind of been Taylor James's sidekick for a little while. Over in some promotions, part of the Rebellion, of course. Big, nearly 7 foot guy. Robinson, kind of like 5'6", so you can hence the David versus Goliath match. But what I have learned from Tom is how deceivingly quick he is for his height. And he's also a very powerful individual as well. So Robbo's going to have his work cut out for him on Saturday. But Robbo himself is never afraid to back down from anybody, any in wrestling, let alone in RCWA. This is going to be a really interesting one because people that think that Tom Mercer may not have the stamina or the quickness, or Mercer, he's called so many different names. Tiny Tommy was even called the other week, another show. But for those of you that think that because he's nearly 7 foot that he's going to be slow or may not have stamina, you're going to be in for a bit of a surprise here because he has pretty much everything that you would need in terms of a wrestler there. So Robbo's going to have to find a way of beating Tom this coming Saturday. Would it be conventional? I don't know. Is Paul Robinson conventional? I don't think Robbo and conventional are in the same sentence, but it's gonna be a very intriguing match. That is for sure. At RCWA this Saturday, will Robbo be able to? Will Robbo be the Beast Slayer? You can add that name to his ever endearing list of names that he could have, or will Tom really pick up one of the biggest wins in his very short career as a wrestler on Saturday? Get down there and find out. Coincidentally, Tom will be joining us on Independent Showcase in March. So just get your don't forget to hit that bell for us so you'll be able to see that video when it drops. But Robbo one-on-one with Tom Merson, as it says on the graphic, this Saturday at RCWA at the Harris Academy in Raynham. Also on the show, an exciting triple threat match with two names who, admittedly, I've never seen in action before, and one name that I very much have. We're going to see Bruiser Jacobs versus Ryan Curran versus KM Lane, the bounty hunter himself, returning to RCWA this coming weekend. Now, like I said before, Bruiser Jacobs, Ryan Curran, hold my hands up. Never seen them wrestle before. So it's going to be a first for me. KM Lane, on the other hand, is a very exciting wrestler. I've seen him wrestle many, many times in different promotions, and he is a man that can make things happen in that ring. He is absolutely brilliant. He's tall. He's got a great build. He's very athletic. He can do some great stuff off the top rope as well. So it's surely going to excite the fans. He did the last time he was at RCWA. I'm sure he will do again on this side. Listen, Ryan Curran, Bruiser Jacobs, new to me. I'll be interested to see how they get on in this triple threat match. I'm pretty sure this could be their debuts at RCWA. I'd have to ask the bosses down at RCWA, Miss Sue Osprey, the GM, if that is the case. But if it is, very excited to see how they get on. And obviously, look, I'm there as a fan, but I'm also there to scout people that potentially could come in and go from the hit in the turnbuckle championship at a later date. So these guys could have an opportunity at that. Listen, I'm not saying they're going to be excited about that news, but it's interesting for me to see new faces, and this is the beauty of wrestling and local wrestling to me in Essex. It's literally down the road to me in Raynham. That I get to see some new talent for the first time and a really exciting night of wrestling that RCWA brings us. But this triple threat match could be a bit of a sleeper match because I don't really know what to expect from it. And that's a bit of an exciting one for me. Because if I don't know what to expect from this match, I've got no expectation. And it could literally be. I've already said there's a match on the show that could well be match of the night or match of the year in Brit Rest. And this match could literally just take my breath away and be even better than that tag match. Who knows? But I'm very much looking forward to getting down there, seeing KM Lane. I know all about him. He's such a great wrestler. Really exciting to see him. And also Ryan Curran and Bruiser Jacobs. As I said, two new ones for me. Two ones I've never seen before. So intriguing times for me this coming Saturday over at Raynham at RCWA Wrestling. Now, one match that I am very much looking forward to is the Elite One Championship match. Now, as I said before, that was Harry Hot Dogs, Harry McDonald's. It then went to Tommy Lawrence in a ladder match. Maybe having an issue with a finish in that, but he did end up winning. And then at the last show, Mike Bird come in, I believe again, that was a debut. And what a debut because he beat Tommy Lawrence for that Elite One Championship. Now, Mike is going to have a very, very interesting opponent this coming Saturday at RCWA, and that being one of the best wrestlers in the UK. There is no doubt when I say his name. Joe Lando from CPF will be going one on one with Mike Burden. And I tell you what, we're talking match of the years and stuff like that. These two in the ring, it could be absolutely magic. Lando has been in Japan, he's in France, he's literally everywhere, this kid. And I say kid because he's very, very young, but he's extremely, extremely talented. Mike Bird is no slouch as well. This could be, again, we say the word sleeper matches. Like this match could be absolutely incredible. It's going to be exciting. The Elite One Championship is on the line. Mike's going to have a very, very tough night. It's not going to be easy money for him this coming weekend. Lando is one of the best pound for pound wrestlers. He's exciting. He does some incredible moves that you have never seen before in your life. I will promise you that. Lando and Mike Bird is going to be an exciting match for that Elite One Championship. I personally am looking forward to this one very much so this coming Saturday at 1-4 for you. What a Valentine's treat! Treat your boyfriends, treat your girlfriends to a night of wrestling in Raynham this Saturday. They will love you forever. They may even propose to you at RCWA this coming Saturday, sorry. I'm not sure if you'd want that, but hey ho, it is still a treat. It's going to be a great night of action Speaking of great nights of action, it brings me to the tag match that I've been, well, that when it was announced, it was literally take my money. I'm coming to watch this because I've heard, well, I know one tag team very, very well, and I've heard so much great stuff about another tag team that when this was announced, it is instantly got match of the year candidate written all over it. Now, I mentioned Joe Lando was a part of CPF. Well, his close personal friends, CPF, Danny Black, and Maverick Mayhew, will be teaming up to take on Act Two. They are a sensational team, taking Brit Rest by storm. This match in itself is worth the admission money on its own. These two teams are, we're taking the word exciting and incredible. It's going to be outstanding. It is going to be outstanding. I don't use the term match of the year lightly, but this has the makings of match of the year candidate. These two teams are brilliant. I am so looking forward to coming down on Saturday and watching CPF versus Act 2. Two of the best teams in Brit Rest right now, and there's no arguments with that. And two, and I also say this, two tag teams. And when I mean that, I mean traditional tag teams. They haven't just been thrown together and it's worked. They are tag team specialists. And it's very rare nowadays that you actually get tag teams. Bryant Brothers being another one of those. You get two guys that are thrown together, and guess what? Sometimes that works. But traditional tag team wrestling is what you're going to see. Well, very much traditional tag team wrestling with exciting moves, quickness, amazing agility, some high flying action as well. CPF and Act 2 will literally blow the roof off at Raynham this coming Saturday. You need to get down there just to watch that match on its own. Like I said, it is worth your admission money on its own. And I will remind you of that telephone number of the box office right now, considering I've just given that match a big up, big time. 07454985787. Get yourself a ticket just even for that. The rest of the show is going to be incredible, but that match right there is one that is going to get Brit Rest talking, guaranteed. Now, I think this is going to be the main event of the evening for the RCWA heavyweight title. It's going to be contested in a tables match. Now, funny enough, the last time I saw the RCWA heavyweight champion, he was in a street fight with Corey McRae that went everywhere in the building, including Sue mucking up Sue Ospreay's masks bit over at the merch table. It was everywhere. If that match has anything to go by, I've seen Kelly Six in that. I've seen Kelly Six in casket matches over at RCWA. Yes, a casket match, street fight. He's done a lot. Well, now Sue Ospreay, and if you go on the RCW Facebook page, you will see the video, announces that he will be taking on, Kelly Six will be taking on Taylor James for the RCWA World Heavyweight Championship. I know both of these guys very well. I know Taylor James very well. We sponsored him last year. He is he is a breakout star waiting to happen. Kelly Six is, he's been there, seen it, and done it, and he's getting back to that level again where he wants to be, which is being heard from the bigger names in the industry, from the big names within the industry, should I say. And this match on Saturday is going to get personal very quickly. Will Taylor James need any assistance from his big friend who's going to be there at Tall Tom or not? Will Kelly Six be able to defy the odds one more time and retain that RCWA championship in a tables match, everybody? Yes, a tables match. When it couldn't get any crazier in RCWA, why not have it? I mean, let's face it, you're taking your girlfriend out for a meal, and all of a sudden you're eating a hot dog at RCWA or whatever, and you're sitting down at that table. And what better way, the most romantic way to say I love you to your girlfriend than to have Kelly Six or Taylor James fly through your table and the other guy picks up the victory? It can very well happen. The thing that I always say about RCWA shows, expect the unexpected, because that could very well be the case this coming Saturday. But a tables match main event, is going to be outstanding. It is going to be a hell of a show this coming Saturday at the Harris Academy in Raynham. Make sure you get down there. Like I've already given you enough reasons to. There's plenty of match of the year candidates this coming Saturday. That's enough to get you, entice you there. I will give you that ticket number one more time. It will be embedded within the YouTube section of on our video, so make sure that you check the thumbnail out if you need this number again to get your tickets. It is 07454 985 787. That's 07454 985 787. Please get yourself down there and watch an incredible night of wrestling at RCWA in Reading. We'll be there if that's any help to you. If that will convince you to come, we'll be there. I'm sure you don't give a shit whether we are or not, but we will be there. Make sure you are too. An incredible night of wrestling. We'll see you on Saturday at RCWA's show One Fall for You. Until then, everybody, buckle down, stay safe, and goodbye.